The assassination of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson stands as one of the most chilling and complex crimes in recent history. Thompson, an influential leader in the healthcare sector, was fatally shot outside his Midtown Manhattan hotel by a masked gunman who vanished with calculated precision. Witnesses described the shooter as calm, wearing dark clothing and carrying a distinctive backpack.
Masked gunman comes up behind Thompson and shoots him in the back. Nearby witnesses would later describe the suspect as holding a gun with a silencer. Surveillance footage shows the gunman continuing to shoot Thompson as he walked towards him, stopping to clear a gun jam before firing again. Police tell ABC News the shooter first fled on foot and then got on an electric bike heading north towards Central Park. 6:48 a.m., officers arrive and find Thompson on the sidewalk with gunshot wounds to the leg and back. He is taken to a hospital where he would later be pronounced dead. Police called the killing brazen, targeted, and premeditated.
From the start, the investigation painted a portrait of a meticulously planned crime. Surveillance footage captured the suspect fleeing on a bicycle through Manhattan's congested streets, then abandoning the bike to hail a taxi. Within hours, he boarded a Greyhound bus and escaped the city. Police described the movements as methodical, the work of someone who understood how to manipulate urban geography and evade detection. By the time authorities pieced together his trail, the suspect had disappeared without leaving any tangible identity.
The motive for the deadly attack still remains unknown, police sources tell ABC News. A $10,000 reward is being offered for information regarding the suspect.
A critical discovery came when police found a discarded backpack in a wooded area of Central Park. Inside were gloves, a silencer, and unused ammunition inscribed with eerie phrases like delay, deny, and depose. Though the murder weapon was missing, these inscriptions deepened speculation about the motive, pointing to frustrations with the healthcare industry. DNA extracted from a water bottle in the bag marked a significant breakthrough, yet matching it to an identity has so far proven elusive.
Satisfaction with healthcare now at its lowest since the start of the pandemic. According to a new Gallup poll, only 28% of those asked say their health insurance coverage is excellent or good. And according to the White House, over 40 million Americans owe a total of around $88 billion in medical debt that are in collections. That's the largest source of debt in collections, more than credit cards, utilities, and auto loans. Investigators are looking into those levels of frustration as a possible motivation for the shooting.
Thompson's leadership at UnitedHealthcare was transformative but polarizing. While he oversaw growth that cemented the company as a dominant force in health insurance, he also faced criticism for its controversial policies, particularly its handling of claim denials. Anonymous threats linked to high-profile denials added to the intrigue, but investigators have not confirmed any ties between those threats and the assassination. The killer's skillful escape has raised questions about his background. Analysts suggest he may have been trained to operate with precision and avoid detection, citing his ability to remain off the grid. Attempts to use facial recognition on grainy surveillance images yielded inconclusive results, further complicating efforts to identify him. Public reaction to the murder has been deeply divided. Protests outside UnitedHealthcare offices highlighted anger over the healthcare system, though organizers distance themselves from the violence. Many see the cryptic nature of the crime as reflective of growing tensions between corporate influence and public frustration.
UnitedHealthcare? What did we do this time? A PET scan? No, we barely cover human scans. Listen, sir, you can talk about this beta island all you want. We're not going to approve a continuous glucose monitor. It's too much monitoring. Yeah, Zofran requires a prior authorization. Well, if the chemotherapy causes nausea, then we'll talk. No, we can only approve 10 milligram tablets. And if your patient even thinks about splitting those in half, we will surprise bill the hell out of them. Okay, but the chest pain didn't end up being an emergency. I know you have evidence that says this patient needs a CT scan for cancer surveillance, but counterpoint, No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying maybe the brain tumor will go away on its own.
As the investigation continues, Thompson's death leaves a void in the healthcare industry, remembered as a tragic outcome of rising discontent with systemic failures. His funeral drew hundreds of mourners, including prominent figures from politics and healthcare. The event, however, was overshadowed by the haunting question of who orchestrated this calculated attack and why. With no clear answers, the case has captivated the public, inspiring true crime enthusiasts and experts alike to debate its details. Social media platforms have become hotbeds of speculation, while amateur sleuths dissect every released clue. For now, the mystery endures, a chilling reminder of a crime that transcends its shocking act and delves into the heart of corporate accountability and public despair.
So why has there been so much online vitriol about the brutal slaying of the boss of UnitedHealthcare?
Of course, I would have been happy to send my condolences after the UnitedHealthcare CEO was killed this afternoon. However, unfortunately, sympathy requires a prior authorization, and I have to deny that request.
The massive manhunt for the suspect connected.
The truth is, as much as the Manhattan murder has shocked America, it's also shone a harsh spotlight on the much reviled health insurance industry, especially since police discovered the words "deny, depose, defend" on the bullet shell casings found at the scene that echo the title of a book criticizing similar words used by insurance firms when they deny medical claims.
Every single year, insurance companies kill thousands of people because they denied them the coverage that they have been paying for.
UnitedHealthcare is America's biggest health insurance company, but also ranks as one of its worst when it comes to reimbursing people for their health care and even denying them the ability to have procedures in the first place.
I'm actually a little bit surprised this hasn't happened more often to CEOs of healthcare companies in the US.
The online vitriol has reportedly led to other insurers stepping up security for top bosses, and one firm, Blue Cross, even reversed a policy that would have limited reimbursements for anesthesia during surgery.
I'd say out of nowhere at all, we've decided to roll back our new policy on anesthesia.
One healthcare entrepreneur said he was stunned by the online backlash.
It's really shocking to see this vitriol and hate. The lack of empathy shocks me. But I understand the frustration towards the industry. But to take Brian Thompson and make him the scapegoat for everything that you dislike about the industry or dislike about healthcare in the United States is sickening to me.
So was the alleged gunman a hired hitman, or did he have an axe to grind with UnitedHealthcare? Was he, or perhaps a family member, denied critical treatment? So far, we just don't know.